Here's a quick tutorial on how to fill out the e-ticket that is needed to enter the Dominican Republic. I get a lot of questions about this and someone requested a video, so it's actually really easy, but I do understand why there can be confusion. First and foremost, make sure you are on the official website. You can see it right here. There are a lot of scam sites. This does not cost anything to fill out, so you should not be filling out something and then paying for it. This is completely free. You're going to click on e-ticket application, and then it's going to ask you if you want to do a new application or visit an old one. Now, even though I picked English, sometimes the prompt still comes up in Spanish, but as you see here, it goes back to English, or sometimes you just have to choose it again. It will ask you if you want to go to a previous application or a new one. So you can type in the number for a previous application if you need to get the QR code or edit something, but this is going to focus on a new e-ticket, and that's what you're going to choose. You'll see it actually has a little manual that you can click on, and it'll give you exact instructions as well. But one thing here is you can toggle over that you are traveling with other people, so you can fill this out for up to 6 people. Then once you have this section filled out, you're going to hit submit, and then you will get an application code as you see here on the top. I always screenshot this because sometimes you're filling this application out and then there's a glitch or something happens, and this way you can go back and just enter that in. You don't have to fill out all of your personal information again. So you need to fill this out for both the arrival and the departure. Naturally, we're going to start with the arrival. Once you're done with the arrival part, it's going to prompt you and say, would you like to fill it out now for the departure? So I always do both in the same application, or you can do them separately, whatever you prefer. Now, the next screen is where some people get confused because it asks you the embarkation port. This is where you are departing from to get directly to Dominican Republic. So if you have a layover, that's going to be the airport from which you are directly going into the Dominican Republic. And then for the disembarkation port, you're going to choose one of the Dominican Republic airports that you are arriving into. Then you need your flight information to fill out the rest. So a lot of people ask me, how long in advance can they fill this out? Now, I think you can do it as soon as you have all of that information, even if it's months in advance. But personally, I would just wait until like a week ahead of time, because in the past, you had to wait 72 hours in advance. But that's just my personal preference. Now, I didn't finish the application because I'm not going to DR anytime soon, but once you fill all this out, they will tell you that they are emailing you a QR code, and then the QR code also pops up. They will ask you if you want a downloadable picture of it, and I always say yes, and then I screenshot that. And then it's the airlines who check it and enforce it, because they require you to upload a copy of this before getting your boarding pass. So no one really has ever asked for it at the airport, but I always have it handy just in case. Now, if anything happens during the process while you're filling it out, like a glitch, or sometimes I've heard people, it goes into a different screen and then they're confused, that's why you want that application code, because then you can just go back to the beginning and type that in, or you can just start over. It's really no big deal if you have a multiple application code.